When we all become the sunshine. Got the big genius when it comes to you. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Bitcoin is still at the $72,000 level. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're watching on X, hit that like button, retweet for me. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like, share, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go do so. So we're gonna jump right into the Bitcoin price per usual. Here we are. It is it's 2:16. I have a live in the Discord at 3 p.m. So I'm only going to be going till 3 p.m. So we got about a cool 40 minutes or so, give or take. All right, so right now we're going to look at Bitcoin price. We're looking at the 4-hour chart. As you can see, these wicks are crazy. Look at this wick. Look at this wick right here. Let me zoom in a little bit more for you guys. You guys see this wick? Clapping up all the longs. So longs get liquidated, then shorts get liquidated, and they're just going to consolidate here until we pop out. So let's draw. 75K still the target, right? So nothing has changed with the target. 100K by halving day. Shout out to Adam Back. But let's look at the patterns here. Let's see what's going on. We have a red dot on the 4-hour, which is not looking too good. However, we had red dots on the 4-hour, and then it came back up with the green dot. So this is Market Cipher. For those of you guys that don't know, I've been using Market Cipher for almost, it's been over a year now, and it's one of the best trading indicators that I use. So money flow green, aka blue in this scenario. We have RSI, stochastic RSI. We have VWAP. We got all these things here that help me trade. 1 hour time frame. We're going to jump into that, but first, let's just see what we're looking at on the 4-hour. So I could see possibly a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So I think we're still bullish, of course. Let's go down to the 4-hour or 1 hours. Green dot, however, we are looking like we're going to come down a little bit. Moving average looks good. Look at that wick, man. That wick is crazy. Came all the way down to 68.5. That would have been a good time to hop into a long. Ride that bad boy, I don't know. What would that have been? That's a 6%. 6%, 30x leverage. All right, excellent. So here we have a green dot. Money flows green. Red dot here. As you can see, as soon as the red dot happened, we started to sell off. Green dot here. Looks like we're going to be coming up. Let's look at the 2-hour. Green dot on the 2-hour, so I think we're good. Let's look at the 6-hour. Looking good on 6-hour, 8-hour. Green dot, 12-hour. Green dot, 1 day. Looks like we're starting to curve up 2-day. Red dot here. But then we started to come back up. 1 week. Headed up very strong on weekly. 2 week. Still good. 1 month. Super good on the monthly. All right, so we're looking at TA, just looking to see what Bitcoin's doing. I think I think we could come down a little more before we head higher. And look at that, starting to come down. 30-minute, 24-minute. All right, so I'm just looking at the TA because I haven't been on the computer much at all to do any TA. Everything that I've been doing has been on my phone, and just looking at the charts on the phone. I had this big old monitor here, so it's a little bit easier for me to chart. So again, since we have a lot of support here to here, maybe we come back down and test the daily and then head higher. Maybe something like this. We shall see. We shall see. Maybe create a W pattern. And that would be bullish as well. So we're going to see how this plays out. This is the 24-minute. It'll go down to the 15-minute, and that'll be it for the TA. So long term, still looking good. All models are broken. All TA is broken after a certain level. So get it in while you can. Let's go down to the 15-minute, and that'll be it for the TA. Red dot, 15-minute. Money flow still super thick in the green. Blue in this scenario, and then we're starting to come down a little bit on the 15-minute. Dip here, green dot, green dot, green dot, green dot. Momentum. All right, so looking like, again, we could come down a little bit more before headed higher, like I just mentioned, but we shall see. Don't try to predict what's going to happen. Just react to what's going to happen if you are trading. So with that being said, let's jump into the tweets and coin glass. And we're going to jump into bit exit as well. So let's jump into the tweets real quick. Hope you guys are having a great day. Bitcoin to 100K by halving day. 100K by halving day. All right. Let's go ahead and continue to scroll down. And here we are. So let's go over some tweets here real quick. Took my Big X account from 6K to 20K. As you can see, what I'll do is I'll go to my YouTube channel. And I will show you guys yet again where I started at. Because this is about February 13th. It's February 14th. It was my birthday. And I made the video on how to trade on Bing X. And so, I think it was a live actually. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here it is. How to trade on Bing X. All right, cool. There it is. This was a month ago. And 6,000. Okay, so about 7K to about 20K. 7K to 20K in a month. So here you see it, 6,964. And right now my account is at 19,000. Plus I got 1,000 in another wallet. Plus I got my Bitcoin in another wallet. So for as far as the trading goes, I'm about 7 grand up to 20 grand in a month. So if you guys want to, be a part of the program, want to be a part B, B, and C. All right. So if you guys want to join the Discord and trade and make some money, or even just do spot positions and take your profits into Bitcoin, what I would recommend you do is head over to the link in my bio or any of the tweets and join the Discord. All right. And that way you guys can make some moolah. All right. So I need to add more of these testimonies and these videos on here. But anyways, yeah, so that's the proof there. Excellent. Shout out to everybody that, that's in the Discord already. Shout out to you guys. Let's see. Max and Stacy back in 2010 talking about Bitcoin at $1. All right. So very important that we go over this. Wicked, very smart homie. But not when it comes. A lot of people are can be smart in one area, but not so smart in another. And that's with everybody, right? Because I'm not the smartest in every area. Obviously, nobody is. But I gave this information out a while ago, guys. July 15, 2023. If you're turning your side hobby into a business and you work a regular job, you're able to deduct your expenses from your business from your W-2 income and pay less taxes. Now, he just said, looks like me and my wife are going to owe a few million sats on our federal taxes this year. I was hoping we get a nice return, which we're planning to ape into Bitcoin, but I guess not. So I said I can't relate to that. That's W-2 problems. This is why you need a side business to write off any extra bull sugar and get cash back from the government. So you can write off things like your phone bill. If you take a trip, that can be considered a tax write-off. If you have business that you're conducting on that trip, you can write off camera, lights, computer, car, all that stuff, right? So I shared this information back in July, and here we are. Here we are in March 2020, going over the same thing. So, pay attention to the things I tweet. If you don't know about this, I did share a video. Shout out to Myron Golden, and I did do a video on this as well. So go check this out. Very important information. Because the more you pay Uncle Sam, less it is in your pocket, right? So we want to make sure that we don't pay more than we have to, especially if we can do it legally. Bullish clowns are still bearish on Bitcoin. Look at this, guys. He's still saying, "What is this 10K? What's this?" They're saying 15K in Bitcoin, guys. 15, 20K Bitcoin, guys. If it happens, it's a blessing, but I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, let's see. There it is right here. Go watch this video. Shout out to Myron Golden and Carter Cofield. Excellent video, excellent breakdown of exactly what I was talking about as far as taxes and what you can write off, cost segregation study, real estate, investments, all that good stuff, and how you can save on taxes. Great video. Love Myron Golden. Love Carter Cofield. Shout out to those two very wise individuals. All right, so let's continue to scroll down. When did I make this video? This is August 1st, 2023. Let's see. Saving fiat, we call them poor. Everybody is going crazy over the new Sailor video and the Sailor memes. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. This song.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the asset as profit. People that use fiat currency as a store of value. We call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency. We call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. There's a name for them. We call them poor. We call them poor.
All right, so what I wanted to address about this was this.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets as profit.
Incorrect. So this is very important that I go over this. mainstream media have these people on that don't know nothing about money, don't know nothing about anything, right? I know more than the bankers, right? So when I go into the bank, they're trying to tell me one thing, and when you know, right? So there's a lot of bankers that don't know anything about money, yet they're in charge of the bank, right? So this lady says to Sailor, most people that buy assets want to sell at a profit. That's I would argue that that's incorrect. Why is that, guys? That is because most investors, when you sell a property, so we're gonna speak about investments as far as real estate goes, for an example, and this is can apply to all assets as well. But for this example, we're gonna talk about real estate. So, for an example, guys, real estate investors that want cash flow, that buy properties, that buy apartment complexes, they are not to sell their property. This is why they always cash out and refinance. This is why they don't pay taxes, right? It's because as soon as you sell the property, you are going to, as soon as you sell the property, guys, you're going to have a taxable event, right? So why would you sell the property and the cash flowing asset that's going to give you an unlimited return? It's called an infinite return. For those of you guys that know Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, you guys should know this, right? If you guys sell your rental property or your asset, whether it be a stock or real estate, you're going to have a taxable event, right? So why would you do that, right? They don't do that. What they're going to do is they're going to refinance. They're going to do a cash out refinance, take out 70%, up 70 to 80% of the value of the home, right? Tax free. It's borrowed money. The tenants in the apartment complex are paying that down. They get to pay off the loan, right? Pay off the loan, what they owe, and then they just refinance, right? They get more money out, and they don't have that taxable event. So by her making that statement, lets me know how financially illiterate that she is. And again, that's most of your people on MSM. That's most of the people in society. And once you understand that you don't need to sell your assets, even with your stocks, right? If you have a stock portfolio, you're able to borrow against your stock portfolio versus selling it and having a taxable event, right? So you can borrow 70% of your stock portfolio, right? And that way you don't have to sell it and have a taxable event. And this way you don't have to sell your items or sell your assets, right? So it's very important that we understand this. So for her to say someday, what's she saying?
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
No, they don't. I would again. I disagree. Majority of people that are investing are savvy investors, and these are the people that are wise enough to invest and that know better. Again, and they don't sell their properties. They don't sell their stocks. They're going to borrow against it. So shout out to Sailor. I think he definitely has everybody up and laughing like crazy with them calling them poor if you save in fiat currency, because he's absolutely right, guys. And we tell the normies all the time, right? You save in your dollar, you're gonna end up paying more over time. You save in Bitcoin, you're gonna save over time, right? So shout out to Michael Saylor, got everybody dying laughing, and shout out to um, Bubble Boy or Bubble, whatever the dude's name is that made this. Shout out to him, but no, most people do not sell their assets. We're talking if you're talking about retail, and we're not that's a very minute percentage of investors are the retail investors, because they don't count as far as they count, but they don't count as far as the massive amounts of investable income or invested income. The people that invest and that make money understand this, and that's why I find it very ironic that she would say that. Um, you know, Sad but true. Rich people don't sell their assets, guys. They hold on to those assets. They do pass it down to their kids. They put it in a trust. They also have life insurance, and not the whole life policy. They have, the special life insurance that you can use and borrow against, right? So they use the same money twice. These things that I've been telling you guys for years, right? Nobody wants to listen until it's too late, but it is what it is. So no, disagree. Most people do not want to sell their assets. Most savvy investors will not sell their assets. They'll borrow against it, and then use that money because it's tax free. They still get to keep their asset. It's still generating cash flow. And this way, again, they don't have to pay taxes, and now they borrow money, and now they can repeat the process. This is what the Bird method is called. They'll refinance and buy another property and just keep doing that, levering up, levering up, levering up. And, that's how the game is played, guys. So I digress with that. We're going to jump into groundbreaking news here. House has passed the TikTok ban. It has to go to the Senate, if I'm not mistaken. So if they do ban TikTok, I'm kind of torn in between, good and bad. All right, good because these kids be stuck on TikTok all day. I really don't like that. It keeps them. If you guys remember, let me see if I can find the video. TikTok in the USA different from China's TikTok. So if you guys remember, China manipulates. This is a while ago that they went over this. I think Donald Trump was in office when they did this information, or they did this study, where they saw that China, when their kids are on TikTok in China, I can't find a video here. When their kids are on TikTok in China, they're looking at they're looking at doctors, they're looking at how to build stuff. They're learning, right? They're doing educational. They have more educational things on their timeline with their algorithm versus in the United States, they have a whole bunch of stupid crap, right? Everybody dancing, stupid violence, all the stupid stuff, right? On the TikTok, right? So they are definitely messing with the algorithms, right? TikTok in China versus the United States. I think this is I don't think this is it. It was actually Joe Rogan actually talked about it as well. Yeah, here it is. Here it is right here.
Versus the way the American does it. No, really interesting. China, first of all, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., kids are not allowed on it. They can't be on it. Really? They won't let them on it. Second of all, when you're on it, the difference between like TikTok in America is like dances and people doing pranks and people doing things to try to get viral views. In China, it highlights scientific achievements, athletic achievements. It highlights like people doing things, accomplishing things. Wow. So it's a lot more curated. Yes, much more, but curated by the CCP, where they're trying, or whatever, in conjunction with, where they're trying to elevate the quality of the lives of the kids that are addicted to this TikTok. You know the difference between the way China.
Yeah, and in the United States, they're using it to actually dumb down our population and to make our kids not only have ADD from scrolling on TikTok and watching 2 second, 5 second videos all day, which I don't like personally, versus watching the educational stuff. So here it is. That tells you. So that's the good thing, right? If this passes, right? And I think everybody should control their kids and be able to mitigate and be a good parent, right? And control how they're able to use these apps, right? Bad thing is, I'm sure this is a Trojan horse for other things, and I've seen other people say that it's going to give them leeway to, excuse me, do other things and ban other things. I've been seeing people say they should ban IG, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. So let me know your thoughts below. Should they ban TikTok or not? How do you think the kids are going to react to that? We shall see. And here we are, 2024. America's trying to ban TikTok, or at least they want them to sell it from the people that own it, which is in China. So let's continue. $4 million long was clapped 4 hours ago. I shared this $4 million long clapped up at 66,386. I didn't think we went down that low, but I guess we did. All right, place to begin, or that might have been an old alert. I don't know why that went off. It's crazy. We'll check that in CoinGlass in a moment. People selling Bitcoin to buy back later. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Student loan in the Ivy League school scam. Please go check out this video. Dope. video and dope insight from not only Max and Stacy, but these three gentlemen here. So, in my opinion, after watching this, I've always been for, common sense for me would say, cancel student loans. Let me actually, I'm gonna make a poll. Should we cancel student loans? I went to school and I got student loans and I've been paying on them. And then I stopped paying on them. And, it is what it is. I don't have a crazy amount of student loans that is owed. But, besides, not me included, because I'm down to pay my student loans. But for those people that have 50, 100, $200,000 in student loan debt, yes, I believe they should be able to get their student loan debt erased. And if you don't think so, in my opinion, you're just, like I went to school too. I'll pay my student loans. I don't care. But you need to watch this video so you can understand that it's not inducive to a growing and healthy society that, that not only are you going to be in debt by trying to go to school, but that you have to be in a certain family or your family has to have. So if you want to go to Harvard, for an example, your parents have to go to Harvard before you, or you have to make a donation, or you have to, be rich, right? So, instead of that, right? Because that only exacerbates the problem in America now, right? Where it's just only the select few people at these schools, right? Because of their privilege, right? Um, they compared it to school in Germany, how it's for free, and how it just basically, you should be there based on your educational skills, right? And your hard work, not based on if you have money or not. So this is a great video by Max and Stacy on RT, regardless of how you feel about Russia or not. Go watch this video. And again, I was already down for student loan cancellation because it's such a burden to Americans as well. And if you already paid your student loans, life ain't fair. Oh well, right? I've already paid my student loans. I could not care less. It's not about me. It's about helping the overall, American society. So this is actually going to benefit the American society if this were to happen. But we shall see. Don't think they're going to do it. But again, great insight, great video. Please go watch this. Please go watch this. Boomer selling her home for $2 million after buying them in 1969 for 7 raspberries. All right, let's see. Dumping of Bitcoin futures to push prices lower, and at the same time, record buying via Bitcoin ETFs at an artificially lower price every day. Rinse and repeat. BlackRock's ETF just bought the most Bitcoin in a single day. All right, so here we are. They're playing games. They're dumping the futures, and when they dump the futures, BlackRock comes in and scoops it up at an artificially discounted price. So this is why we're seeing those swings, and we shall see how this continues to play out. We already knew something was going on, right? We already knew something was going on. Every time the price dips, they buy more, and we head higher. Every time. Let's see. All right, cool. Happy birthday to Stacy Herbert. Make sure you guys go give her a happy birthday shout out. Yesterday, everybody was hyped about Kodak or Drake being on Bitcoin because he shared Michael Saylor's interview on his Instagram page. But if you were hip, I've already shared this and I've talked about this before. This is back in 2022. Drake sent Kodak back $300 worth of Bitcoin back in 2022. So that's probably that's way more. 2022. This was July. I don't know I don't know exactly when this was, but either way, it's way more than 300,000. If he kept it, Drake has been on Bitcoin, and you guys didn't know about it, but I did, and I shared this a while ago. So, shout out to Drake, orange pilling his followers, but I don't think they're gonna buy Bitcoin like that anyway because most people see the price of Bitcoin and they think it's too much. Unit bias is a real thing. Let's see. Tax on tea, Boston Tea Party, everything is taxed. Just keep paying. Absolutely. This is exactly what's wrong with Americans right here. Softies. Americans soft. Softies, soft, soft, soft. Don't let people confuse you with where you are. Don't let people confuse where you are with who you are. You're going to make it. It just takes a little bit longer for others. You don't give up. Know who you are. Rise up, king and queens. So don't let anybody judge you because you're in a specific place in your growth. And, keep pushing, guys. That's what I wanted to say about that. Joe said he wanted to bet. Let me ask him. Joe said that he would bet me that Bitcoin wouldn't be $1 million within the next 5 years. And I strongly disagree with that. So we'll see. And let's see if there's anything else on here. Last thing here before we jump into CoinGlass is that on March 1st, I said my target was $73,000. We were at the price of, where are we at? 63, under $63,000. So back in on the 1st of March, I said $73,000 target. And guess what, guys? Where are we at right now? $73,000. So fade me if you want. I just want you to keep fading, actually. The more you fade, the better it is to when I say I told you so. So keep fading. All right, so we're gonna jump into BitExit. Come out to BitExit and come party with us in July. So you got a few more months. Get your VIP tickets, and we're gonna have a stake off. We're gonna have bowling. We're gonna have cornhole. We're gonna have a bunch of different activities where we're gonna have fun. We're gonna be giving away money, live DJs, food, resort day, merchandise, speakers. So come hang out in Orlando. We're gonna get a huge Airbnb, and as far as what we're planning on now, and if you want to stay in the Airbnb, you just have to get a VIP ticket and let us know that you want to stay at the Airbnb, and that way you'll have a accommodation. Food and alcohol is included with the VIP ticket, and just food is included with the general admission. And this is for both days. All right. So I hope you guys come out. Head over to bit-exit.com and go get your tickets today. All right, guys. Or click the link in the bio. Hit that like for me, hit that share, hit that subscribe, and let's move on. CoinGlass, let's see what's going on with the liquidations, and we'll see how much Bitcoin is on exchanges, and that should be it for today's video because it is 250, almost 250. Short still getting clapped up. So majority of the claps on Bitcoin, claps means getting liquidated. So getting clapped up, getting wrecked, getting slapped up, clapped up, all that. That means getting wrecked. $76 million in Bitcoin shorts were eliminated in the last 24 hours. It's the largest single liquidation happened on Bybit, value 4 million. All right. So that is why we tell you to be safe and be careful when you're trading. And actually, I highly recommend that you don't trade, right? And if you are going to trade, use a stop loss and use proper risk management, and also get market safer. It'll help you make a lot of money. All right, so let's go to the heat map real quick. What's this? Bitcoin future? No, we're not looking at that. I don't even know how to read this. All right, we're going to go to the Bitcoin symbol. We're going to go to the monthly outlook. 73,178. Look at that, guys. Bitcoin decided to hold that moving average here. We put an alert up here and an alert down here. Wow. Again, no liquidations down until 50,000. No crazy liquidations. Let's go to the weekly. Okay, we got some liquidations. 1.2 billion up at 73,008. For the lower level, 1.26 billion down at 71,349. All right. So these are the levels to be watching for, guys, because of the shorts here and the longs down here. I think we head higher, guys. Slap up all the bears that still haven't learned the lesson. Let's go to Bitcoin on exchanges and Bitcoin dominance. Man, look at that Bitcoin dominance there. Woo. Bitcoin dominance is going crazy. All right, we'll look at that on the chart as well. Let's look at the Bitcoin on exchanges. One 1.82, still here around the 1.8, 1.7 million Bitcoin level. All right, so Bitcoin on exchanges. All right, looking at that. And then did I do the heat map? I did the heat map. Look at the liquidation map. Excuse me. We got 7.58 billion shorts to be liquidated, or longs to be liquidated, sorry, at 61,000. 2 billion worth of shorts, longs of shorts liquidated, sorry, almost 2 billion. 1.69 billion at $81,000 Bitcoin. That's crazy. All right. So you got to look at all the data and then make an educated decision on what you think is going to happen. This is a 30-day outlook on Bitcoin with all the cumulative short, cumulative longs, and you guys think we come down to 61,000? Let me know in the comments. You guys think we go up to 80,000? Let me know in the comments. Max Payne is up, not down. So we shall see how that plays out. If you guys have not already, make sure you head over to youtube.com/Bitcoin Chris, @Bitcoin Chris, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Look at this, guys. We're looking like we're about to hit highs, and looks like based on what I'm seeing here, I thought we can come down more, but looks like we're gonna pump, guys. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to not only hit these highs, but probably head a little bit higher. Again, target is 75,000. So I'm looking for that target. And if you guys want to open up a trade, for an example, let me see what I would do. So two trade ideas. for you guys is what I would do. That's one, and then I would do a market position. Maybe just a little bit lower. All right, so almost 3%, and then 2.45, 2.5%, and then almost 3%. So what you can do is you can do a 30x leverage, for an example, $1,000 trade, for an example, $1,000, and then you do a 30x times 3, 30, 60, 90%. That's $900. You can make $900, and I would risk whatever this would be on the. You would have to go on the app and then see what it would be on Big X. I probably wouldn't risk more than $100 to $150. Maybe max 200. So risking 200 to make 900. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 4. 1 to 4. 1 to 4. A little bit more. 1 to 4. Risk to reward ratio. And then, that would be $900 you can make. So that's a trade example that I would do if I were you guys. Or wait for it to pull back down a little bit lower and then head higher. But we shall see. Looks like we're going to pump. So, with that being said, I have a live to do with my fellow Discordians, everybody in the Discord. So, if you guys want to join the Discord, again, click this link right here. Come out to Bit Exit, and let's see. Stop fading. The more you fade, the better it feels when I tell you I told you so. All right. So, thank you guys for tuning in. All 57 of you guys, everybody on X, everybody on YouTube. Shout out to you guys. God loves you. I love you. I'm going to hop off, and I'll be back in another video tomorrow. With that being said, Bitcoin Chris checking out. Stack your Bitcoin and chill. Dips are for buying, not for crying. And if you sit in fiat currency, we got a name for you guys. we call them poor. We call them poor. All right. So with that being said, Bitcoin Chris checking out. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Go to bigexit.com if you want to join the Discord. Do that. swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris if you guys want to get your if you guys want to get set up with automatic DCA. Bitcoin.fiatdad.com, or scan this QR code to pre-order my new book. And then follow me on IG as well. And that's going to be @official Bitcoin Chris on IG. All right. With that being said, stack your Bitcoin and chill. 75K incoming, 100K by halving day. Hope you guys are ready.